Hello, this is the carbon cycle. So we start off with I drew two trees. They both do the same thing. I just wanted one tree to kind of show the plant respiration, the other tree to show the photosynthesis. We'll start with the left hand side with the tree that demonstrates photosynthesis. The tree uses sunlight and to create energy. And the formula for photosynthesis is 6CO2 plus 6H2O equals C6H12O6 plus 6O2. Now shifting our attention to the tree on the right side of the chart, you can see that through plant respiration, the tree releases CO2 out into the atmosphere. The trees also contain carbon from the CO2 molecule, and the trees release oxygen that we as humans and animals breathe in. Going back to what I said earlier about the trees and how they release oxygen for us, the animals, to breathe and take in through respiration. And the formula for respiration is C6H12O6 plus 6O2 equals 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus HTP, and that's the formula for respiration. We see here the molecule of CO2 and carbon is released through respiration as we breathe out, and this animal respiration leads to more CO2 in the atmosphere. Now, when this tree and animal die through decomposition, these decaying organisms will create fossil fuels. Now, fossil fuels contain carbon, and they're also used up by these factories in the chart, which we'll talk about in a little bit. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner of the chart, we have the area of water, and these carbonates in the water contain carbon through the molecules of CO2, and these molecules of CO2 will rise up into the atmosphere. Going back to what I earlier said about fossil fuels, they're used up in these factories, and through factory emissions, carbon is released, and CO2 is released into the atmosphere. And a difference in the factory emissions than the rest of the carbon cycle is that methane is released, and that is through molecules of CH4. And that concludes the carbon cycle. And you see here that concludes with CO2 in the atmosphere, and the cycle is continuous. It will keep on happening. So yeah.